single best value bourbon that you can buy. What's up, guys? How's it going? Something a little bit different for you today. Something I've wanted to do for a while, out of sheer love. A whiskey review of this whiskey right here, Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, aka White Label. The biggest reason why I like this whiskey, to skip ahead, is because it's great value. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it is the single best value bourbon that you can buy, period. So yeah, let's do a whiskey review. I don't do many whiskey reviews, and I don't intend to do many in the future, but I really love this whiskey and I tell all my friends about it, so I thought, why not share it with you guys? So a good look at the label there, Evan Williams. In case you don't know, Evan Williams is bourbon. It's made in Kentucky. They also, just a little bit, not much. They also have a black label, which is their super baseline offering. I want to say it's 80 or 90 proof. So this is 100 proof, and where I live in East Tennessee, it retails at about 12 bucks. So that's insane value. $12 100 proof whiskey alone is insane value, but to boot, it's amazing whiskey. So it is a bonded whiskey, and you may know this already, so if you do, feel free to skip ahead a couple seconds, but it is bottled and bond. What is bottled and bond, you might ask? Well, bottled and bond is a standard set for whiskey producers that comes from a federal act, the Bottled and Bond Act of 1897. I'm reading this to regulate whiskey quality, because at the time, in the late 1800s, people were scheming the market, adding things to whiskeys, watering it down, really poor quality. This was an effort to regulate the quality of whiskey that was being produced at that time. So there are rules that you must follow in order to call your whiskey a bonded whiskey. 3 main rules. Number 1, the whiskey must be the product of one distillation season. So one time period, one whiskey. Number 2, it's got to be aged in a federally bonded warehouse, whatever that means, for 4 years, right? So you know you're getting a minimum of 4 years aged with the Bottled and Bond product. And the third thing, it's got to be bottled at 100 proof. And on the label, they have to identify the source of the whiskey, the name of the distillery, etc. A lot of those things people do nowadays anyways with decent bourbons or whiskeys, but at the time, it's not things people did. So there is a look at the, let's try this off the cuff. There's a look at the color. Probably can't see, but it's just a nice dark caramel, dark brown color. And being 100 proof, it's gonna have a thicker mouthfeel. So, and also being 100 proof, it's gonna hold up really, really well as a drink to mix with. Make old fashions, Manhattans, whatever. So, on the nose, caramel. It's a quality of a lot of bourbons, typical quality. Caramel, dark caramel. Some vanilla. Just a hint of citrus, just a hint of citrus. Let's give it a taste. So saying citrus makes me sense the citrus up front, but it's got a really thick mouthfeel, being 100 proof. The caramel is there. It's a really dark, rich caramel mixed with some dark fruit, but mostly caramel. And as a finish, kind of a little bit of a wooded oak flavor. Awesome, really good. And I don't do this often, and I don't have the most developed palate either, but I have a strong preference for bourbons because I lived in Kentucky for a couple years and I got to know a lot of the products up there. I toured a lot of the distilleries. I did not make it to Evan Williams, but I have a soft spot in my heart for bourbon in particular. So this is one of the best values in bourbon whiskey you're gonna find. Again, with that citrus. I don't know, it's not citrus heavy, it just keeps jumping out at me. Mostly just rich, dark caramel, a little bit of vanilla, and kind of the wood, the oak. And I have sometimes put in a little bit of water to open the flavors up a little bit. Sometimes I just go straight and drink it at 100 proof because I enjoy that thick mouthfeel. So anyways, give it a try. Pick it up, it's cheap. And yeah, thanks for joining. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. I've gone on a long hiatus of not making videos, but I'm gonna produce more videos in the future. Try to do at least one a week, sometimes two. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.